Hey, Editing Ortiz chiming in as we begin the run. Quickly before I go over the requirements for the achievement, I'd just like to mention that this will be more of a laid back video as, once again, things went better than I expected. Not only that, but due to the requirements of the run, I feel like pretty much everything we do is important to show, and I think I can only really get away with editing out the parts where I'm just deciding on what upgrades I should buy or what cog mods I should use at any given moment. And, well, given the length of the video, I'm not overly keen on having two separate versions of it. Not that an unedited version would be much different, mind. But, with that said, let's go over the requirements for the achievement, The Impossible Dream. You've got to meet the requirements for a gold star run in all 4 categories in a single playthrough. Meaning, you've got to find all secrets, collect a minimum of 15k in cash, doing it all within 4 hours, and without dying a single time. Good luck. Finally, I'd like to mention a few things as the run gets going. Throughout, I do make use of a few sequence breaks and glitches, and I wanted to say that doing this achievement is possible without them. It just makes it all the more easier. Speaking of which, the achievement makes use of the in-game timer when timing you, meaning that you're completely free to pause the game for any reason and you won't be penalised for doing so. Not only that, but this can be done in multiple sittings, meaning that you don't have to play for the continuous 4 hours, but can instead break it up into chunks if need be. Final thing I'd like to mention is that apparently you can save scum over deaths, as the game doesn't save a death until you press the retry button, but for the authentic experience I decided against using them. Lay back, switch tabs if you want to, and enjoy this feature-length attempt at the Impossible Dream. So, this is going to be a little bit of a more casual recording session, because I'll be completely honest, I do not expect to get this today. We did a run and done with Speedrunner and Hardcore, so I'm expecting for this to take a while, or to take a few sessions. In fact, I'm even considering going to stream this if this takes a bit. But yeah, Impossible Dream. So I'm not entirely following, like I don't have a set route in mind, it's just a very loose one, but I feel like at this point I know the game well enough that I vaguely remember where everything is. So yeah, like my first practice run I did, that needs to be a... Yeah, my first practice run I did, I didn't meet the requirements for cash, but I did barely make it, or barely did find the remaining secrets I needed to find within 4 hours. Like, I barely made that run. It was just the fact that I was missing cash too. And then in my second practice run, I died fairly early on. But I think that was actually for the best, if I'm being completely honest. And I did manage to get everything I needed to do within... I think it was just over an hour, 3 hours 30, so... At the moment, really the big thing to worry about now is just deaths. Although that being said, it is entirely possible that I do end up just forgetting something, like, really important. Like, that is entirely possible. I want you to be, like, over here. So I believe we kind of want Fen to destroy the blocks himself. Yeah, I completely forgot about the West Temple, West Desert, my first practice run, so I have included in my route that... Oh, it's included in my route, so don't forget. Even if the way, like when I'm going to do it, I'm not, like, it's not fast. It's like not the fastest way to do it. It's more so that, so I don't forget. Because really, to be completely honest, it's like the only place. Don't need. It's like the only place you don't really need to go back to or has any story relevance much. Okay. Okay, good. That didn't take so long, and there's only one more speedrunning trick that I need to do, and then the only time wasters are late game caves, and like that's it. Also, yeah, maybe even to be completely honest. But I got death explosions. Okay, cool, I did. Even then, something. Being silent for now because this not, or might not seem like it, but this is actually a place you can die fairly easily. Okay. Like if you're not just paying attention. Like in fact, this is where I died on my second run because I just wasn't paying attention. Okay, now we have the spooky music. Okay, one thing I'd actually kind of like to know is if when you barely get onto a wall, if that is a frame perfect input in order to recover, or if it's straight up you cannot get it. Okay, so we want that on, and you know, it's probably not going to be overly important for us to have that on. I just want it to be on. And I think editing wise, because this is going to be so long, like at minimum, or I guess at maximum, it's going to be like 5 hours. Oh, not 5 hours, 4 hours. Yeah, because it's going to be at minimum, well, maximum 4 hours, just about. I'm thinking what I'll do is, I guess editing wise, is like maybe do a bit of post commentary as I go through, just kind of explaining a few things. And then maybe if I say something, like something exciting happens and I just happened to mention it, I might leave that in, maybe. So that way, do a thing. Do a thing. I feel like we should have gotten a little bit more cash or resources. I just could not see much. Man, I really need a better TV. Okay, cool. Wait, why am I doing this? Why I don't need to unlock the way to Mission Station now. I should be going back up. I feel like that will be way more helpful than anything else. Yeah, right now we just go through this way. Go down to the mine proper. Okay. Huh. Did not actually realize I gave you the XP. I mean, I guess it makes sense. I'm just thinking there's like health around here. That's... Okay. Made that a little bit more stressful than it needed any right, had any right to be, but we made it through. Again, it kind of feels weird to say this, but I think until we get tier 8 armor, yeah, until we get tier 8 armor, I think that there's not really going to be a safe moment. Just gonna do that so we can get some more water. It just kind of sucks that there's so much in between that and now. But I mean, once we do, it's easy sailing. Also, yeah, a really great boon, or like two very great boons about this achievement is the fact that one, the game, or the achievement is based on in-game time, not in real life time, so fun with that. So really, you don't need to do everything. You don't need to worry about pausing, leaving the game paused for a while. In fact, it's kind of recommended so you can like remember, I guess trying to like force yourself to remember where things are, I guess. And I guess even decide what you want to get. Like that sort of thing. And two, probably kind of goes without saying, but you don't need to do this in one continuous run. In fact, even now I'm kind of planning on stopping at the 2-hour mark, only because, well, just because of how things happened. There are two very annoying caves that kinda end up being at the, or towards the end of the run. So, yeah. I feel like it'll be best if I do those when I'm a little bit more refreshed and have the capacity to focus a little bit more. Oh boy. Like, I do not want to do the floor is lava, just completely stressed out of my mind, thinking that I'm gonna lose a run. Like that sort of thing. Okay, now it's time to go get the hook shot, and then what's in here? Okay, Rapture Rock Hollow. Probably would have made sense to go do that now when we get there, but sometimes it's pretty much just going to be easier, I guess, to do a lot of the caves when we don't, or when we have more thingy things. Movement options, I guess I should say. Also, I just wanted to say, that jump straight up to where Rosie is, it is very annoying that that requires a double jump and you can't just do it normally. Yes, yes, yes. I'm good. Like, it is very annoying that you can't just jump up there normally. Okay, and yeah. I think when I did the setup for Sequence Breaker, it took me around 40 minutes to do, or to get the hook shot. It's probably taking me less than 20 now. So you don't even need the hookshot there, great. This kind of goes to show how good of a run, or like how well that thingy thing, that shortcut is. Okay, I just feel like you might be inclined to forget that thing. So that's why I grabbed it then. Okay, so I'm only doing this now because I really want another upgrade cog. That is why. Wait. Okay, good. Now let's do Windy West Desert. Because now we more or less, we should have everything that we need to do it. I think there's a few things that do require bombs, but you kind of forget. Ooh. Now I'm just kind of thinking that maybe, because I know I'm going here to get back to the temple, just taking a bit of a detour to get there. But I'm just wondering if we double back a bit and go to the end, or like we do the entrance. Oh, we go back through the exit. Because I mean that takes us straight to where we need to go, essentially there, although we are out. There should be water nearby. Even then we can do a thing. Wait. I was going to say that maybe we needed bombs for that, but I don't think we do. So I need to remember for this one that we don't need to race the cart. Let's do that. Okay, no. Yeah, it just looks like he needs to race the cart because of that part. Okay. Push that over. Push this one over. Get a banana. That... I'm just thinking that maybe we might want more health. But I mean... there will be checkpoints along the way that we can get some more, so we're fine. Should be at the very least. So yeah, I was thinking about mentioning it when we were here the first time, but when I was editing the last episode, I just saw the part where just walk straight by the thingy thing. Yeah, walk straight by the upgrade cog at the top there. On the way to the Fen boss battle. Why did I do that? So this is a little bit easier. You know what? Yeah, I'll quickly deposit a few things. And then see... yeah, that's going to be really helpful later on. Okay. I'm just trying to remember exactly where everything is here. Like, I know I'm not gunning for, like, perfect commentary, but I mean... the more... if I ever go silent, I'm just trying to remember where things are. Pretty much. So why am I not doing this? I feel like you should just be able to make that for the double jump. Okay. Let's pick this up. Okay. Being a little bit silent here because this is the first major danger point of the run. More like second. The first trip through Yarrow, just no thank you. Okay. I think you can send pretty, like, it's like, I think there's a position in the corner there where the exit is, where if you hookshot in a like precise position, you're pretty much like safe entirely or like completely. But I don't know if that's like true or not. Okay, back to dealing with minecarts again. Because this game loves using minecarts. Just do that. Okay, yeah. A nice breeze. It feels a bit weird to say that, considering that, like, today it was windy as shit, and apart from that, it's just been very, very hot for the most part. It's like Australia finally realised it's supposed to be summer. It's like, yeah, let's make things again. Right, I'm remembering another minecart puzzle that we need to do later on. Like, I think there's 3 or 4 of these puzzles. It's so good. Way too many. I wouldn't exactly. I wouldn't say way too many. It's just like there's a lot of them. No, I don't want to go up. I mean, I do want to go up. It's not there. Right. I was going to say a few areas doesn't really seem apt for the remaining percent here, but we are missing a giant cave. And how could I forget this specific cave? Because it's the place where you get the grenades. Yeah, let's not. Just die that way. That would be great. Thank you. Going to say, I wonder if you can just do like this part without the need to double back, but no, you need to hit the switch. You need to get yourself trapped before you can move on. I think is a little dumb, but that's okay. What I was thinking about before was like, I know I really wanted to see the reaction to the route I ended up taking for speedrunner, just because there's certain things I really like to get that you just don't need. Okay. Can I remember how to do this within 2 hits? I did this yesterday. Okay, not 2, but that is fairly quick. So I'm going to take that. Also, yeah, there is a technique you can do to get insane speed using the hookshot, but I don't know how to do it, and to be completely honest, I've been able to do alright without it so far, so... I thought the arrows there were like completely random. No, you press a switch to activate them. I should have known. Looks like this is this whole place's deal. Okay, that is 2 areas out of, I want to say, 6 or 7. And we are out of here. Make sure that there's like no treasure over this way. No. I feel like I should have had more. Okay, cool, I need to go that way. So now. I'm gonna play it safe and go back up and sell our stuff. Also, I guess editing wise, I'm thinking that I won't, or I will cut out all of the times I pause or go upgrade something. Just because, like that takes a bit. And plus I do kind of want to reflect, oh, I want the videos around time to almost like reflect, almost 1-to-1 how much, like what the like final time will end up being, sort of thing. Okay, when do we get thingy thing? Okay. Okay, normally I only use this as a way to refill water, but I'm going to be risky and get this done now. Only because I know yeah, I know that oh, I know where the thingy thing is. Or where the other secret is here. It's just the endpoint is pretty hard and probably use some upgrades for this. Also, yeah, Through playing, I found out that there is a way to defeat these poison spewers. It's with the jetpack. Specifically with the Ramjet Vigor, so even if you can't, or even if you do get the jetpack, you'd still need the upgrade for it. Okay, that should be everything here. That is grand. Also, it's probably going to be wasting like a lot of time coming back to do the caves, but I'm thinking that we should do so just because it's going to be easier. Not to mention, by doubling back to get to the caves, also I should probably remember to do this to get some cash. Yeah, by doubling back to get the caves, not only will I have enough I should have enough upgrades to make doing that easier, faster, but that will also be a good way to double back and grind up some cash if I need, or when I need it. I wanted to play it safe. Can I buy anything at the moment? Like, plus not to mention, some places like these, it's going to be hard to get absolutely everything. I forget where exactly it is. Do you know, I think it's a little bit lower. Because I know that there's a cog in a pool of acid. And I thought it was here. Like at this point, but it might just be a little bit lower. So that is evil. Okay, I'm gonna go back up and here and sell. Because Leaky Lodge time. Going a little bit silent because I need to focus. Or I guess more or less want to focus, I should say. You know what, that can wait. I do also want us to mention that apparently if you close the game when you die and reopen it again, the game doesn't keep track of that death. So you can kind of save scum that. But I think for the purposes of this run, I'm not going to do that. Okay, well, we okay. Yeah, I'm not going to do that, just so it's more authentic. But if you are struggling with that, that is an option you can do. I guess can take. Okay. Really glad that that stays open. Like I would have thought that. Yeah, I would have thought that that was a thing that just, you know, okay. Be safe. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna continue on just a little bit deeper. So we can get some cash, but now I think the game plan is to go somewhere. Okay. Okay, that's Grim Hollow. I don't entirely know if you can do that without the Ignition Pickaxe, but it's there if we need it to. gonna do it a little bit risky, only because what? Want to continue on and yeah, I want to continue on, hopefully maybe get down to the very bottom. Maybe? Oh, you just hatched to be all the way over there. That's fun. Okay. Took way too many risks with that one. Holy shit. But, bright side is we did get down here. Oh, that is evil. Okay. Being a little bit silent here since things can get out of control if things go badly. I'm not sure if it is possible, but I think ideally you want to be around the middle. Yeah, you want to be around the middle because I think if you can land on the lava around the middle point, like around where that tri-drop is, I think you can. I'm hoping that the game kind of drags you down along with the lava and doesn't force you to take damage. Because if that happens, then that means you can more or less skip having... As you wait through the cutscene, you do kind of go straight through to where you need to be. That would be really good if you could do that, but... I think you might need to, like, wait for the guy to die. Like, set something up to make him die, that way, sort of thing. Also, I think the flag for needing to defeat this Doomsday Device might even just be coming into here. Because I think Ian thing. I did go out of my way to unlock the extended hookshot, and you do need the ignition pickaxe for that, so... And after the point, I don't think I did destroy the Doomsday Device here, so that might be why. I had to. It was like pretty much set up everything. And the game was like, what are you doing? So I kind of think it's better if you do that manually, only because I believe if you jump off and you get really unlucky, it's entirely possible to land in lava. And that is not something I really want to risk. If I'm being completely honest. Wait. I kind of wanted to see if that piece of gold would fall through in the cutscene. It would be fun if he did, but... I'm not going to try get through this. Like, I'm gonna wait until I have the extended hookshot to even wait to this. Wait, no. I'm not gonna try climb over. I just remembered that there is something over here that we might need. Just gonna get that just before I forget about it. Sure. They're not needed, but I mean, they're nice to have. I think it's... I forget which one it is, but there's a specific code mod that is really helpful that I think you get from him. But yeah, just I said, yeah, completely dropped the train of thought. Yeah, that's just the, thing. That's Thrill Seeker's tail at work there. How good it is, cause like this isn't even the hard part, and I'm still talking up. It should be everything. Okay, yeah, it is. It's everything. Here, but there's still this. Really sucks they have to do this part. Man, having the jetpack just kind of trivializes this. Okay, that is Windy Plains done, and now, aside from the Oasis, it is just the 3 main areas to go. So yeah, I think I should add Grim Hollow to the things that I not want to do when I'm tired, just because of the fucking artifact there. I think it's really funny that if you have the reflect plate, it's just no issue. Just like the one attack it does, it just reflects back and just kills him instantly. Something I kind of want to note is if the location of the golem stays. I'll just do that. So yes, it is criminal that a level up does not heal or refill water. It's like feel like it absolutely should. Okay, just going back for water refill. Okay. I guess this is also maybe possibly considered a time waster. Just because of the fact that you need to wait on the bats. That could just take a bit. How did that bat not hit the fucking guy? Like, come on. Is that not something? Yes, that is not something. That works. Get fucked, idiot. Okay. Conveyor belt mayhem. Wondering if I want to leave this or do everything I can here. Because I know that cave up there that we're closest to is the floor's lava. Trying to remember if there's another one. Okay, I know I probably shouldn't just like skip around here, but I think this is the play. More or less. Right. probably would have been best if I upgraded bombs a bit more. That is what I'm planning on leaving for later. Because having a jetpack really helps with that one. I mean, okay. It might be needlessly reckless, but I think I might go until I reach the bottom of the mine and go and survive Vectron. Just for today. Just because I feel like that would be a good stopping point, and I am kind of worried about... yeah, the space I have on my computer. I don't want to do the run and then find out that I'm actually running low on space. Can we not? Yeah, we can't just do that. It is very annoying that we need to wait around for these things. Okay. No, it's this way. Okay. Wasn't really intending to kill them that way, but that's fine too. Okay, yeah. So yeah, I guess a good point about coming here second is the fact that then we get access to the Sun Armoury all the more sooner, and that is a great thing. Actually, I might just try and hightail it there, although that's there. I was hoping that we could maybe get away for blowing that up quickly, but I mean... We are quick level, like one of these wizard guys and we've got it. So with that being said, I think... Okay, there we go. Ow. I think I'm gonna grind up enough, or as much of this we can carry, and then get one of the secrets here. I think we shouldn't need water. Because it's one you can easily forget about. Okay, I think when I first played this game, I thought that you had to like dig around in a certain point in the lava, but I don't think they are just that evil. I still know that at the top there is another secret, but I don't know specifically where it is. I know, I think that must be enough light, right? Okay. But we do absolutely need this. Okay, so from the top, we're going down. What is this? Going to pretend I didn't almost forget about here. Okay, only because there's a teleporter right here, I'm gonna go back up and sell. It's very likely that we're gonna pick up a few more cogs, and in fact I'm planning on it, which is why I'm coming from the top. Going down from the top. Instead of just swapping straight down to where either Oasis or thingy thing. Okay, cave and catacomb. Just thinking that I want to be off on the... I was a little bit worried that the only way to get out of there was to die. And I mean, I'm glad it wasn't, because that would have been annoying. Just imagine losing a run just down to the fact that, like, not dying, just messing up a puzzle and having to death warp, essentially. Okay. a little bit distracted because Pokemon Go says that one of my Pokemon has been kicked out of a gym, and I'm kind of hoping it isn't the one I'm thinking about. Because I'm kind of running an experiment with that one. Wait, no. Let's quickly take a little bit of a quicker detour to get everything that we were, I guess, supposed to get. Up here. Although to be fair, like that was just it. I feel like it'll be just faster to go down this way and then teleport out that way. And now we have the slipstream. We should be starting to speed around quite a bit. Wait, no, yeah, we need to be that way. Gotta say, that's a secret area, but no, I guess that makes sense. I think it's around here. So I found out a good way of dealing with those fuck-ass birds, but it is still incredibly risky and not the best thing to deal with when there's multiple of them, and that is they can't touch you when you're below them, so make of that as you will. And by that I just mean and try and put that to practice whenever you can, I suppose. I think... Okay, yeah, the game is telling me that there's a cog mod around... I think... Ow. Yeah, it is here. No route in mind, just digging. moving around wildly. Okay. I know I should probably just go ahead and go down to it, but I would feel way more comfortable if I remembered where exactly two cogs are, because I think like I know there's two on the left side wall of Archaea. Just don't know specifically where they are. Like I think they're around the top. But that said, I would really love some more cash so we can get a thing. No, I think we just send it. Wait, no, we need to go this way. Okay, we have 66 secrets in this place, in Archaea. I don't know why, but I'm trying to use a jetpack that I do not have. Why? Okay. What? Oh, right, of course we go down. Okay, I am so glad that Vectron does not have secrets. Or is not required. Or does not count towards the secret total, because man. Just thinking you've missed something, or missing something here of all things would just be. Now that I think of it, that's probably why. That's not, you can't, yeah, it's not, since this is pretty much a one-way only thing. It'd be nice if I stopped dying. Just trying to remember where everything is. I think you should be able to have two of them by now. So I am unbelievably nervous because that final chase segment is probably going to do. Okay, that's weird. Okay, wow, even with the, can you spot me so I can get my health back, please? Thank you. Yeah, even with the, Ultra Composite Armor, we still take, like, a full heart of damage from these things. Holy shit. Okay, This is my trying not to get spooked out. I still think the fact that there's a guy at the very end of there just sitting there, evil. It's like, why? Why is he here? Like, why is he there? Although I know exactly why they put one there, because that entire thing is more or less, hey, if you get, or if you're overly cautious, they do kind of punish you for doing that. Did we? Huh. So we did that entire thing with, I was going to say the entire thing without taking damage, but no. We ended it without taking damage. And I think that might have just answered my question on the fact that, or if you can even get spotted. Yeah, like just before the second chase. Because one of those sprites saw me. Like, it fled up and everything. Do you know what? Yeah, that's probably why. I'm guessing the reason why you can't get caught there is because if you get spotted like near the top, it's probably like close to impossible to go back, like go down at that point. Okay. Okay. It's probably stupid of me to do this, but I think I want to continue on until I've completed Archaea. Shouldn't take that long. Okay, thank you. Just gonna say run's over, but good. Okay, I want to stay off 2, or the chances of us failing the run thanks to deaths are very low now. Okay, pretty much just have to like not be paying attention. Yeah, okay, we did that cave. I'm just thinking that we go over this way to see what's there. Just kind of realized I'm going a little bit quiet, but Okay, there's one of them. What is it? Got us 90%. It might even. Okay. Going back up. Right, okay. Yep, we need to start focusing on the thingy thing. I think that is more or less what I'm going to do from this point on. Focus on upgrading the backpack, because the quicker we unlock that extra 30%, the faster this all goes, cash-wise. Right, yeah, Rupture Rock Hollow, that was the one I was thinking of, and I think the reason I didn't do it early was because, why didn't I do it early? I must have been like full on things or something. But I mean, but now we have the jetpack, it's like even easier. By the way, I want to know if you can just do a double jump out of there. Okay, cool. That is one of the major areas done. And recording wise, we are at a cool 2 hours and 5 minutes. But I kind of want to continue on just like a little bit. You know what? Yeah. Words. Just so I don't forget about it, I am going to finish off this recording session with, I was going to say Grim Hollow, but thingy thing. Demon's Crypt, that's the thing. Okay, I am full. Just gonna go down to the tier, go back up, sell some stuff. Love taunting me, game, don't you? Going to say we don't exactly need that anymore, but if I'm going back through the top here, then I might need it just a little bit. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna say it probably would be good if I didn't take damage, but I mean, speed. I am speed through this. Okay, that was not half bad. I don't know, just is it wrong that I want to keep playing even though I should probably stop just to be safe? Is it? You know what, I'll give myself like another half hour and then I'll call it a night. Just because the last half of this is going to be trying to think of the word for it. I pretty much need my all for it, so it'll be best if I do this when I'm well rested. Probably just a little bit after my morning coffee. Fuck it, let's do it. Okay, Floor's lava. Let's try and make you my bitch. First try, motherfuckers. Okay. Probably doesn't need any explanation, but the thing that is kind of annoying about that cave is the fact that you need to do it within, well, You need to do the entire cave without touching the floor once, and that is just... ugh. Like, that can be a time waster and a half. Right. There's way in the... this way. Just gonna wait. Okay. I'm popping back up. Coming over to see my friend. Getting that. I have to ask if this works with Thrill Seeker's tail activated. Although that being said, it doesn't mention anything about orbs, so I'm thinking that it does work like that. But I'm guessing this doesn't. We've had that not on the entire time. Okay. So now we need quite a lot of money. But I mean... yeah, but I mean, we still have quite a lot left. To do. Like, we have this entire area to do, and I think like it's pretty easy. Okay, I was thinking about that one, and I was like, oh, that could be a point of easy death. Because I don't quite know how Gordon reflexes work. In that case, nice. I feel like I'm fucking tripping balls at this, because, like... I know there's a secret that you get... oh, that's revealed to you by collecting a resource. Like, it's blocked in the way that, no, it's a resource tile that's blocking off the secret. I don't know why, but like, in my mind, it's in the maze area. But according to the map, I've pretty much explored everything to do with the maze area, and it's not there, so what do? I'm just gonna continue on and hope it's a little bit later, or at the very least I got it. Okay, I know certain at this point that there is not a secret to the left, it's to the right. pretty much. Do a bit of that. I feel like I'm tripping balls here. Okay. And okay, nice and easy. Nice. So I guess if we want to speak about specific numbers, there is somewhat of a realization I had recently, and that is the fact that there is a large chance that the Mario Galaxy movie might reference a specific meme. Just because it went really popular, it's a really popular, I guess even still now, I guess. So like, possibly? Okay, right, that's telling me that it's down there, the stuff is down there. Okay, 71%, and the remaining secrets should all be down here. I am just remembering now that we could have done Grim Hollow earlier. It's just that we would have needed to wait for that guy to light a path up. I am stupid. So why do I get the feeling that it's kind of intended for you to like lead a like flame bullet around past the thing, like that's the thing and stuff. Like, I know what I'm saying, it probably makes no sense, but... to me, it somewhat makes sense. And the weird thing is, I'm not even that sleep deprived. But I just... feel exhausted. It's probably because I haven't had a nap today. Like, I know that that's like a weird thing to say, but like, yeah, that could more or less just be it. That, and I guess I have been focusing a bit like close to 2.5 hours now, so yeah, that could definitely be it, more or less. So I've got to say, I'm really glad that you don't need to, or the only cave with like an extra bit of difficulty is, the floor is lava. Doing a cave like this, like say, without the jetpack, just would be... Did I even do it? Okay, I did. So I've really got to say, like, I really hate how Dot's icon on the map covers the cave up for a bit. Well, I guess that's when she's standing like directly in front of it. When she's not, it's like, yeah, makes a little sense. Okay. So there's a thought that is entering in my mind that I feel like is pretty dangerous to think. And that is just... if I fail the run in the other recording session, Wait a minute. Okay. It feels weird to not do that, but I cannot see myself solving minecart puzzles this tired. Well, that should more or less mean that the only two caves left in here are Infernal Crates and Minecart Madness. And I'm gonna be honest, neither of them sound great right now. Also, I should really double back. Right, it's there. Wait, why did I do that? I did not need to do that. Sure, let's suffer. Okay, so I think we wanted to do something like this. Yes, we do. Okay. Okay. think we keep that one up there. Like, I know the main gist for this one is... I think it's something like that, almost. Because now we pretty much want to loop it again. Okay, yeah, right. Okay, so we put this one down there so we can push this one over. Come over, take care of this one. Wait, shit. Wait. Okay, I don't think that was the solution I used last time. I think even maybe this morning even. Yeah, last time. That was not the solution I used last time, but that works wonders. And I totally fucked up the solution I used before. Okay, just so we have enough. We'll make sure we have enough space. I'm just gonna do this. Sure. Although that being said, Ramjet would be really nice for this place. He needs to do the Jesus bread part. Okay. Sorry, excuse me? Okay, of course we fuck up that one. I was expecting that one to take like a long time. Just because it takes a bit. Okay. Then we should just be safe from that point on. I know I said that I was going to finish up like a while ago, but like many times now, but okay, sure, but whatever. Okay. Going based off the recording, we have an hour and 20 to just complete Yarrow. Although I think just to be safe, I'm going... Yeah, okay, I'll do that. Let the game save and then... Okay. Also, something I do want to mention is if you go ahead and beat Rosie like before you've met the requirements for the completed run, like the Impossible Dream, if you go back through and get them go back through and get them before that, if you are then still eligible for the Impossible Dream, that is something I really need to know. So I'm not even going to mention the amount of cash and cogs we have at the moment, because like, what the fuck? Why? we have a little under an hour and a half to pretty much complete Yarrow and hope we have enough cash. We should. Okay. I think I might be a little bit more silent on this one, only because definitely could be a little bit wrong on everything, but I think Yarrow is like, things can get really out of hand in Yarrow, so not just to mention when stuff like that happens. It really sucks that they can't take damage from hitting themselves. Also, I think what I'm trying to get at is I kind of think it will be really funny and kind of goes to show just how much not only have I gotten, how much better I've gotten at this game since, and also just how good of a shortcut it is, the thing we took at the beginning of the game. But I feel like it'll be really funny if we are able to meet the conditions for the Impossible Dream in a shorter time that it took me to do the full Secrets Breaker run, just because I checked beforehand and I think I did that in like a 3 hours 30, so there is definitely a chance. I feel like I need to save up for the jetpack. Oh, not the jetpack. The punchy glove, as my nephew calls it. I was gonna say we're here. May as well try and unlock Sludge River Bend, but we don't have ramjets, so it's like not gonna be a fun time. Not a fun time in the slightest. I'm gonna get us up there. So I'll just go down this way. All that for a normal mineral. What the fuck? With how hard it was to get, you'd think it was just a normal one. So yeah, if I haven't mentioned it before, a good reason, like a good thing about leaving Yarrow till later is the fact that we have the jetpack. We don't need to do any sort of backtracking. Okay, I'm just gonna move out of the way, but I would like the gold, please. Okay, that was not what I was trying to do, but that's fine. Okay, well, I've never seen that spread so much, like what? Yeah, I'm just trying to think of a cave that could end the run. That is here. I don't think. I can't think of any. I think. Ew. Yeah, I don't. I'm not a fan of that, to be completely honest. Can we not? Okay, there we go. That part is kind of pure evil. Although I guess to be fair, there's a lot of that going around. Okay. Okay. Mushroom Pond. Go back up. Okay, and then I want to go back up so we don't miss out on anything. Right, yeah, there was a cave up there that we need to go back to. Yeah, okay, yeah, this was the cave that I was thinking that could it mess us up if we get very unlucky. But I mean, considering the fact that, you know, we have the jetpack and everything, we should be grand. Ow. Okay, yeah, there's nothing that way. That is really kind of infuriating to get to. this and that should be okay. I think that should have placed us over 50%, so now it is more so just a matter of cash. More or less. Okay, I'm just gonna leave that. We don't need to get everything, but it's just nice to have. Okay, I know I checked earlier, but like I just want to make sure. Okay, cool, I am recording. Okay, Bushwhack Beehive. A somewhat annoying one, and I guess this might be Yarrow's only time waster of a cave. Only because you can get really unlucky and just like not have or have the mosquitoes be pushed away in a way you don't want. Actually, I'm gonna go from below. Okay, that is great. That is what we wanted. So now we need to wait on that guy, that friend. I feel like we should be getting close. Okay, cool. I was gonna say, I feel like we should be getting close to another thingy thing. So I'm just gonna. Okay. Don't know if this has a thingy thing for us, but I'm thinking that I might as well continue on. If there's a mineral for us here as well. Do you know what? I think there is quite a lot, actually. Wait, no, we need to go this way. Yeah, so there's one there. Just kind of a tutorial to see how we do it, and yeah, we can do that one there. Okay, yeah, that should just be that one resource we'll have to go back for later. Oh. I'm going to save yeah, I'm gonna save the pickaxe for later, more or less, because I could be wrong about this, but I think after we get the jetpack, we've done this. Yeah, we've got this. Okay, I don't think I actually got that. Yeah, I did kind of dig down, kind of like avoiding everything. Okay, yeah, there it is, there it is, there it is, there's the thing, there's the thing. And there's also another cave. I'd loved for you to go into the acid. Yeah, right, it's line loop. I really would like to get up there for the things that are up there. Yeah, maybe I should just like turn off the pull through, since that is messing me up a bit. Okay. Now we should be raking in the dough. And I think at this point it's not going to be money that... Just, I need something to talk about just so I can focus and somewhat put my mind at ease. A bit of an odd topic to talk about, but I think if I am able to do this in one session, do I want to continue on and record the next episode? I only say that because the finale is not going to be, or shouldn't be too long. Say that because even though it has been a bit since I've done the Ultimate Trial, I did it enough back in the day that I was able to pretty much easily do it every time I wanted to. Like, there are some tricks, or like some builds you can do to make it all the more easier, so you just don't die as much. I think towards the end of that, I was able to do it without those builds, I think. But that being said, there are absolutely some challenges in there that if you get them too late, then good luck. Okay. So I feel like I'm missing something. Okay, we should absolutely be nearing the bottom. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, we're at the minefield, we're good. So why did I start coming this way and like just like stop? And I'm hate that I'm having this thought, but it is pretty much becoming more and more likely that if anything, the final boss is the thing that kills me. Like that is just not a particularly great thought to have, I'll be honest. Just trying to think now, could Sludge River Bend end us? Is there anything there that could prove to be a challenge? I feel like I should be just going straight down to where we need to be, but kind of like to take my time. Just to make sure I don't miss anything. Sure, that works just as well. Okay. After having like several few runs of running through that normally, or like not normally, without the jetpack, it feels really weird to do it normally now. I suppose that makes sense. Huh. Okay, that's what I'm kind of worried about. We're missing 14% here, and I don't quite remember where it is. I mean, there are like a lot of places that we just kind of skipped over here, so I'm hoping that they're there. But 14% should absolutely be a cave. If need be. Yeah, right, that's fun. Yeah, if need be, I can cross-reference the artifacts we're missing. But that being said, trying to remember if like what part of the game Sludge River Bend is a part of. I think it should be part of the Oasis. Okay, yeah, it's Oasis. Okay, okay, yeah, right. In fact, we probably should have done this part before turning. Okay, that's the Oasis done. I'm just trying to think if there's anything that we need cogs for now. Cause like, I feel like we more or less have everything we'd ever want. That is that done. Okay. I'm going to cross-reference the things. Actually, I should probably have made note of what caves we've done. Of course. Okay, considering the fact that... Wait, did I get 50 Shades of a Cliche? Okay, cool. There's that part. That could definitely be something. Wants to make absolutely sure that's not the cave. Okay, cool. So I think the fact that we have Lavrone, the best thingy thing, Punji Glove. I think it's safe to say that we got cash. It's just the final secret, or the final few set of secrets. Yeah, we want to be... over this way, I think. Okay, or not. That's fun too. Wait, okay. Okay, I know it's not likely for that to be the thing I'm thinking that it is, but it would be really funny if like it was revealed that was like the Australian movie The Castle. Like, I don't know why, but like that's what I think of when I see that. Okay. Wait. Wait. This bitch! Okay, that's the last artifact found. We are good. And can I not just like do this? Although I doubt this cave is worth 10%. Which kinda makes me think that this is... That must mean that we're missing something. Okay. To make absolutely sure we are good on cash. I am going to mine up everything we find here, or that I can find here. If I don't die first. Just so I can say without a shadow of a doubt that we've made it. We could go on, but I think we've got this. I'm really paranoid that I'm just jumping the gun and missing out on something really important. Oh, not enough cash. You know, I'll go back here and see if we can't pick up anything more. Oh, thank you, guy. Okay, I really hate it how it doesn't show that on the map. Like, come on, game. Although I think I more or less have complete, like... Like at the moment we're just picking up scraps. Is there not anything like this way? No. Okay, that is that area nice and done. I mean, almost. Last point of selling, and then... Okay. If I'm being honest, that's a little bit too late for that, but I mean... Okay, from bad to worst... Okay, just don't mind if I go a little bit silent for this one, because like... Okay, I need to be keeping an eye on my health. Throughout all of this. Fuck our spare time. Rose, you know you can just do your thing, right? You can just give me a bomb. That would help me the most, giving me shooting a very big bomb at me. That would be really good, thank you. If you want to kill me, that's how you do it. Throw me. You fuck off. Okay, Rosie has Punchy Hammer now, or Punchy Fist. I guess Punchy Glove. I thought Truth survived a pop for a moment there. I was like, holy shit. Can we? Like, I watched the tasks of this, and I do think it's the reflect thing being in a while in Rosie's bubble. Rosie, what did I say about a giant bomb being my weakness? If that's what, if you want to off me, that's how you do it, shit. Right, I need to remember it's not over yet. It's not over until the world explodes. So if you got it, then I think that absolutely means that we beat my playthrough time of Sequence Breaker. Which I feel like is kind of funny, just like on the face of it. See you around, Fen. It's the last time we will see that. Do I skip the credits? You know, considering that we have to sit through like the first round of credits, yeah, I will skip out the credits, and plus like this, like the third time. Yeah, third time of me showing them, so we can skip it, but this is so evil making us sit through this. 'Cause I have a feeling in my gut that we missed something. Although that being said, it would be, I feel like it would be really funny if we did get both speedrunner slash hardcore and the impossible dream on the first recorded attempt. Like, I was expecting this to take a bit if we do get this. Like, I was considering streaming this. I just wanted to record a few runs of the route, make sure that I could follow it through while somewhat distracted. But yeah. Okay, for the moment of truth. Look at us, fucking overachievers. I'm just soaking this in. Back when I first played this game and I saw this achievement, I was like, no way I'm ever getting this. Like, no way. There's like a million ways I want to end off this episode, but I feel like the best way to do it is just to say, and then there was only a single achievement left.